Hi, and welcome to Week 8 edition of Extra Crunch here at JacksonSun.com. Got some great games going on around West Tennessee. A couple that we highlighted here first, headed up as Northside was taking on inner city rival Liberty. Headed down to Southside as they were hosting McNairy Central. And for your nightcap, winless Middleton heads to unbeaten TCA. Check it out. Both with a 2-1 record in the District 15 AA standings, inner city rivals Northside and Liberty faced off Friday night. The Indians have taken the last 3 matchups from the Crusaders and look to take a 4th straight as big plays led to Northside going into the locker room leading 14-0. Liberty's comeback was one for the ages as they outscored Northside in the second half 27-7 to take the first in 4 years between this inner city rivalry. Your final score was Liberty 27, Northside 21. Both teams entered tonight's contest with a 1-2 record in the 14 AA standings. McNairy Central went to Southside, both teams looking for a much-needed win. The two teams traded blows in the first half, with Southside heading into the locker room clinging to a 20-13 lead over McNairy Central. A few costly turnovers by the Bobcats led to short field for the Hawks, which helped Southside extend its lead in the second half. In the end, the Hawks' offense was just too much for that struggling Bobcat defense that's given up 128 points in the past 2 weeks and then 35 again tonight. Southside improves to 2-2 in 14 AA standings. The Bobcats fall to 1-3. Your final, Southside 35, McNairy Central 21. Two teams at the opposite end of the District 15A standings met Friday night as winless Middleton headed to unbeaten TCA. Middleton's woes continued almost from the kickoff as TCA scored 5 touchdowns and got a safety in the first half to take a 44-0 lead into the locker room. Middleton would prevent the shutout off the Lions' backups in the second half, both teams only scoring 6 points. Your final is 50-6 TCA over Middleton. TCA improves to 8-0 and 4-0 in district standings. And just about everything else is final from around West Tennessee. Let me get you caught up on those scores. Riverside knocked off Jackson Christian 37-23 is your final there. It was Westview bouncing back to knock off Obion County 37-16 is your final in that one. All Dyersburg over Milan. Dyersburg 41, Milan 3 is your final there. Crockett County knocked off South Gibson 35-13. Lexington knocked off Chester County 29-16. Bolivar, Fayetteville's woes continue as Bolivar knocked them off 54-34 in a big offensive shootout there. Trenton Peabody all over Halls 34-7 was your final in that one. It was all Adamsville over Scotts Hill 48-7 your final there. Hardin County at Dyer County. Hardin County squeaks by with this one 37-30 was your final there. Haywood over JCM 21-7 as a final. Gibson County South Fulton at Gibson County. Gibson County picking up the win 37-25. It was Union City knocking off Humboldt 32-26. We've got Huntington over McKenzie 31-21. Brewston just squeaks by on the road at West Carroll 2018 is your final there. Dresden just knocks off Gleason again. Dresden headed on the road to Gleason and just squeaked by. 31-28 is your final there. It was Camden all over Waverly, 48-0. And Covington squeaked by Ripley, 10-8 is your final there. Thanks for tuning in this week to Extra Crunch. Stay tuned to JacksonSun.com. We got stories coming up immediately, as well as we will have everything around West Tennessee for you tomorrow at JacksonSun.com. But also pick us up in the printed edition. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.